Check, 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 and we are live. Once again, welcome back to Wednesday Weather. I am your host, as always, Tyler Miller. Joining me in the studio today, I have three freshmen. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
My name is Caleb Beer.
My name is Blake Matul.
And I'm Jackson Sloan.
All right. Starting off, as always, with your forecast. Right now, it is currently 53 degrees out. We have a 30% chance of rain coming in later tonight, turning into a 100% chance of rain overnight. We're going to see those clouds move in as the night kind of goes on. Those clouds will stick around. We have about a 50% chance of rain Thursday with a high of 56. Temperatures will drop off to a low of 45 Thursday night, and that chance of rain is still going to be lingering around here and there. This weekend, though, those clouds are going to kind of move out of our area. We're going to be mostly cloudy for Friday and Saturday, and partly sunny for Sunday. Those highs are going to kind of be in that mid to upper 50s, with lows again down in the lower 40s. So, guys, I want to thank you all for coming on.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Caleb, you said you run a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's kind of a little cheesy name, but it's called Beerman the Weatherman. But yeah, I just kind of made it up on the fly. I thought it sounded kind of cool. But it's pretty new. I only have one video so far, but I've been doing interviews here lately, and I will be posting a video here soon with just upperclassmen and also like freshmen, which is some general questions about meteorological things and concepts. But I'm also, it's basically just going to document my journey here at Ball State University through the meteorological program.
All right.
And I'm super excited to continue with it, and I'm becoming more comfortable becoming on camera, especially.
Nice. I see you are at Newslink, Indiana this semester.
Oh, yeah. At first when I joined here, I was like, no way I'm ever going to step in front of a camera and do broadcasts. And now that I'm into it, I was like, might as well just try it. You know, it's something funny I can laugh back on if I really don't like it. But I figured out that I love it. It's actually amazing. The people in it are great too, and they taught me very well and what to do. And doing middays, especially when it's recorded, I can do as many takes as I want. It's a little less stressful than a live show, but I think probably next semester even I might join some live shows because I kind of know my stuff now, I feel like. But yeah, it's a great experience. I love it.
Have you done Waking Up with Cardinal Weather?
I have not, but I definitely plan to do that next semester. I do not have any super early morning classes, and I will 100% probably be signing up for that.
Yeah. I know they still have slots open. So I would talk to Ian Kowalski, and he may actually get you in this semester if you really want.
Right on, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So general question for the three of you. What kind of got you into meteorology? What brought you to Ball State?
Ooh, honestly, when I was really, really young, I always just kind of looked out the window and always just like, obviously I'm from like northern Indiana, but nothing really crazy happens like super severe. And so I kind of look out the window whenever it rained, especially at night. Like when it's raining at night heavy, it's like my most favorite thing ever because going to bed with just hearing that rain hit the window and the walls it's just so soothing. But always just watch the storms happen. I have tons of videos, just lightning. I set up my phone on tripods on the porch sometimes and just record all the lightning going on. It was just amazing. But when I was like super, super young, I would read these books called I Survived. And there's a tornado one. I believe it was over Joplin, but it was definitely the best book. I reread it like probably 30 times. It was just amazing. I loved it. And then ever since I was a little kid, I've never changed my career path. You can ask anyone in my family that's known me forever. They'll say I want to be a meteorologist ever since I was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Nice.
And now I get to finally pursue my dreams here at Ball State.
Yeah. Real quick. I've actually been to Joplin and stood where they had EF5 damage.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll elaborate more. Blake?
For me, it's a really weird story because, like when I was about 5 to 8 years old, I was really scared of weather, especially since I'm from Northwest Indiana. I'm a little bit away from Chicagoland. But when I was younger, I used to live in a very small home in a very small town up there. And I just was super scared because when it was really windy, my house would shake. So I would scream. And my mom can still agree with that if you asked her about it. But as I got older, I got to appreciate it a lot more often. And when I got to about probably junior in high school, I discovered, once again, Joplin. And just watching the videos about how that happened, it just amazed me, like, how much damage this single thing that comes from the sky can do. And also what people can do to help people in need. So then when I came to Ball State to do orientation, I saw they had a meteorological program because I was originally coming for computer science. So I was like, I might as well do this with computer science also. So I was going to double major in computer science and meteorology. But then I found out that trying to do both at the same time was not the best. So I decided, hey, I'm going to try meteorology and see how it goes. And I can say so far I enjoy it real much, and I think I'm going to continue.
Nice.
And then I think, honestly, for me, it was growing up watching the Weather Channel and seeing people like Jim Cantore, and then from ABC 3340, James Spann. Obviously, he's a legend out there, respect the Polygon. I think it's just stuff like that that really intrigued me and got me into meteorology.
Nice. So are you guys all kind of considering the broadcast meteorology pathway, or don't know yet?
Although I do love the broadcast side, especially here at Ball State and the Newslink, Indiana, I do think I'll probably take my degree and probably work for the NWS. It's always been my dream to see a tornado, which I plan to fulfill here as well.
We'll get you there.
I definitely want to do field study.
Okay.
I'm a guy that loves just to be outside and doing and seeing things hands-on. And I don't see myself being on broadcast, but we never know. Maybe further down the road, I realize, like, man, I'm that guy. I'm that good at broadcast, so I might just have to do broadcast. But right now, it's definitely field study for NWS.
Nice.
For me, it would be the same as Caleb. Like, I don't really see me in broadcasting, but it might change. But for me, I want to work for the National Weather Service office, but I want to work in the offices and like produce those warnings for those people that get in the cover and all that. Because over my years, I've always cared about people, so I kind of just want to use that into my schooling and use that in the future in my job to help people in need.
Honestly, I would agree with all them, getting out in the field, getting hands-on, sending like weather balloon guiding information for the general public and broadcast stations to use to build off of. But yeah, I think it also gave me the chance to be closer to home. I don't see myself living far away, like out in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, stuff like that.
To kind of double down on what I said earlier, with field study, I would love to storm chase. That would definitely have to be a part-time thing though, just because it's not. It's very how do I say it? It's very inconsistent with money. Like you have to get sponsors and everything for this type of thing, sort of. But I would love to do it. I'm just afraid that if I do it, I won't have a home or a car.
That's fair.
So
gas prices do tend to get a little expensive, especially when you're on the road.
Always, yeah.
When I was out west in Oklahoma this past summer, there is actually a couple TV stations who their meteorologists, their broadcast meteorologists, will go and storm chase in a station sponsored van or whatever. Like two or three of them will go, and the rest of them will be in the studio. So yeah, there was a lot of times we'd be chasing out on the road, and a station vehicle blows right past us.
ABC 43, for example, just random.
Yep, and you're sitting here and you're like, yep, because there they go, and then here comes the NSSL, the National Severe Storms Laboratory truck. I've got pictures of that blowing past us on the highway doing 90 mile an hour.
Oh, wow, yeah. They're cooking. They're going fast.
Oh, yeah. We're sitting here cruising at like 75, 80 down I-70. And next thing you know,
just flew past. Flyby.
Bye-bye. Yeah. It was like...
Have you ever seen Doppler on wheels?
I have seen the Dow. I have seen the OU Dow.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I would love to see that.
So your field studies class, I took that this summer, and we actually found ourselves a handful of times in Oklahoma City. I say the most American thing that I've ever done was I'm sitting in Oklahoma City at a Waffle House at 1 in the morning.
The Waffle House.
And I'm in the middle of a tornado warning polygon.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Was it like end of the night? Sort of. Yeah, obviously it was end of the night. Was it like right after like the chase?
Yeah, we got done. We were like, okay, we just need to go. Let's go to Oklahoma City, get in a hotel, and we're like, hey, we haven't eaten yet. And the professors were like, well, there's places around here. And we're like, yeah, Waffle House. It's open 24 hours.
I was gonna say, if I know one thing about Waffle House is they don't close for nothing.
No, they do not.
They do not care. Hurricane, tornado, earthquake, it don't matter. They are open. They're always serving.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
And
You
so,
know-
yep, we're sitting there in the middle of Waffle House. Tornado warning. Here's the sirens. And we're checking our radar, and we're like, yeah. It's
we're
nowhere close
good.
to us. Well, it was like a mile and a half south of us.
Yeah, that's not that close. What do you mean?
Nah.
Was it like broad rotation or was it like an actual like visible couplet on radar?
It was, I think they had like a funnel cloud. I don't think it ever like produced.
Do you know where at in the OCK Metro?
Just on the south side over by the airport.
So Norman-ish?
Not quite Normanish. It was on the like west side.
So like Del City?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Wait, was that like during the high risk day?
No, I think this was just like a slight. As you guys will find out, is chasing slights are the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because you don't get this. You don't get the chaser convergence.
Mhm.
Have you ever been out west?
I have been to Arizona, but not in the Great Plains. I
Yeah.
haven't had the opportunity yet.
A lot of the slights are
Oh, we're good.
great because you don't get the chaser convergence. There was a few times we found ourselves in just lines of traffic.
Oh, that's so dangerous, actually.
Right.
Yeah, especially if something's coming at you, you have nowhere to go.
I think that's why
Exactly.
Dr. Allen says like he doesn't really chase in metropolitan areas. That's why they go like more out into Colorado,
I think it's like general rule that you should never chase like near like a
unless
city.
it's a high risk day or moderate.
Yeah. Those rules are mere guidelines, as you'll come to find out. Yeah, you stay out of cities. Don't chase at night because you can't see it.
100%.
I think Jay Lessick might disagree.
Yeah, Jay's a bit of he's a loose cannon.
Jay
though.
has his own rules.
He does.
Unless it's like Mayfield, then I feel like you should have the chance to be able to chase at night, just because you know there would be like no more convection popping out in front of it.
Right.
But if you get blindsided by like a cell popping up, that's like honestly the worst thing that can happen to you.
Right. A lot of these rules come from like the fact that El Reno
Oh, yeah.
back in, was it 2015?
Yep,
2013.
Tim Samaras.
2013. Yeah, Tim Samaras.
May 31st.
Yep.
Absolutely
Rest in
devastating.
peace to Twist X team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's tragic.
Yeah. A lot of that comes from the fact that they were.
Completely blindsided about, and I don't know what to use, but like I believe like it's not their fault. I mean, nothing ever like that has ever happened, and
Exactly. And it just shows how dangerous storm chasing really can be if you have professionals going out. And I'm not going to say they're always just dying left and right, but if you have a professional team like Twist X and they get caught like that, it just sends out a message saying this is very dangerous work that you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious they're not the only ones that got caught off guard on that day. What was
No.
it? It was like,
It was one of the weather stations because I remember there's a video
Yeah.
of like the car rolling.
yeah, and then you could see like the satellite tornado wave off into the distance, and it wasn't a very big satellite. It was like maybe like 10 yards wide. It was actually like the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dang.
It's like,
Yeah.
Definitely scary stuff.
Yeah, but it's always good to keep a handful of guidelines, if not rules. That way
yeah.
you don't put yourself in that situation. I know most of you guys attended our chasing safety briefing earlier
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah.
semester. That was. Yeah, we go through that just to keep everyone safe, especially when it comes storm season.
Right.
And we actually find ourselves very lucky. When I was out west with a group, we ran into the Mississippi State. They all graduate students. None of them were really forecasting. They were just kind of along for the ride. And we talked to them, and they're like, "No, we don't do any chasing down in Mississippi."
it's too dangerous, too many trees.
Right?
Yeah, there's a
So,
lot of blockage.
Yeah, we find ourselves incredibly lucky to be where we are geographically wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for them, I mean, it's like right outside. It's in their backyard, but they know how dangerous. I mean, except for the 2011 outbreak, I mean, you really don't see photogenic tornadoes like that often down there. That's
Nah.
why so many people get blindsided. It's
Yeah, the
unfortunate.
two I have two tornadoes ever photographed. One of them was the Winchester tornado here earlier this year. That was at 8 o'clock. Like that was one where we were kind of pushing the boundaries of it was getting late.
Getting a little dark out.
It was
What day was this again?
March 14th.
March 14th. See, I'm from Ohio, so I did hear about it though because like I signed up for like to be at Ball State and they gave me like the emergency thing. I remember. I think it was on that day we were getting like emergency alerts for Ball State. Was it in this general area?
So the funnel cloud actually came right down McGalliard, if you know where that is.
Yes.
Yep. It came right down McGalliard, and it was just, if it would have dropped, it would have dropped right there. Like, it would have completely been on the north side of campus. It was a for real possibility.
And what was this final damage survey?
It got EF3.
Oh,
Wow.
It was EF3. It did have EF4 damage, but they're between wind speeds and other factors. It was kind of hard to determine. That was the damage was the only thing that indicated EF4 strength.
correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the day that it also moved into the Wampakoneta area and Indian Lake area over in Ohio? Or was that a separate day?
I think it was.
Yeah, because like Indian Lake, I heard about severe damage out there, and you could see the horizontal suction vortices in the Wampakoneta area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, honestly, that's like a place where I go down often. Like soccer matches, I'll go down to Cincinnati. I'm very familiar with that area, and like, that's scary to think about. Like, what if that was me? And especially at that time of year, it's very uncommon for that area.
Yeah.
It's more near like Dixie Alley.
Right. That's the whole reason I got into radio broadcast is because I was at Newslink at the time and talking to people. They're like, they didn't know that there was severe weather incoming. They're like, oh, hey, there was some storms today. They came through in the morning, and then there was blue skies. So they're like, they were just like, oh, we're done for the day. Kind of go about your business as usual. And they went to the school, and had they not all been at the school, there would have been probably a handful of casualties. But they were all at the school in Selma because they were, like, the band had a concert or the choir had a concert. I don't remember which one. But, yeah, they all got the alert, and they put them in the bathrooms, the cinder block bathrooms. Mm-hmm. And they came back out to their houses, and their houses are torn apart. I want to say I think it was like EF2 because there was like trees snapped. There was definitely piles of debris. Roofs were ripped off. Like there was a lot, and I still think they're rebuilding some places as well.
I think our friend Zach, he's also a meteorology student here, and I think he said he witnessed that tornado. I think Selma's is it just east of here?
Yeah, northeast, I believe.
Yeah, it's over there. He lives like right over there, and he said his house, was it his grandpa's house that he said got hit?
I think so. He's also a commuter as well, so he's not usually on campus.
But yeah, grandpa's house got hit, and he was there in the basement. That's scary to think about. Like that could happen to anybody, and especially on a day like that, like when it rains before and then the surface heats up, that just creates more moisture for the storms to work with. Moisture,
sunlight, you get instability in the atmosphere. Couple that with shear, and you could get. Well, we did get a pretty nasty tornado. Actually, it was 2 tornadoes. They had it picked up and then retouched down out back in Winchester.
Kind of a hot take on that, but would you consider a tornado that the funnel's still there, but it picks back up and touches back down? If you're chasing that, are you documenting 2 tornadoes or are you documenting 1?
That's a good question.
Honestly, I think you could count it as 2 because technically the storm is recycling.
Yeah, it's like getting back its.
Even if it only picks up and touches right back down,
Yeah,
like with the same funnel.
I think
and
it
all.
would depend on what you're seeing on radar. Because like if what he said, if it's recycling and you can visibly tell like that hook on a supercell, that hook has moved up into the storm, into the FFD, the forward flank downdraft,
and it pops back out.
and then it pops back up. Yeah, that's a second tornado.
All right, so you guys are saying 2 tornadoes?
Yep,
100%.
but if that hook, if it just picks up, maybe you get a downdraft or something.
Yeah.
So you're saying it all depends on the hook.
It does. It depends on what you're seeing and how it. I think it's a very gray area.
Like if the circulation cuts off for like 10 seconds and then drop another one, like I think it's still the
Right.
same one. But if the circulation is completely recycling, then it's a second tornado.
All
Yeah.
right. Another general question. How do you feel about NATOcast?
NATOcast.
Do you trust NATOcast more or less than NWS outlooks?
I've had really good luck with NATOcast. They are a private for those of you listening that don't know, NATOcast is a private forecasting firm where all they do is forecast chances of tornadoes. You can follow them on Twitter at NATOcast. They're generally pretty good, but I like the National Weather Service more and the Storm Prediction Center because they give out briefings and they give out, hey, this is what we're seeing.
Right.
And that allows me to double check. I can go through, okay, this is what they're seeing. What am I seeing? Okay, does it coincide? Where NATOcast, it just throws out a graphic and says, hey, 10% hatch tornado risk for Dixie Valley or for Dixie Alley today.
Right.
And you're like, okay, like what are you? And the other thing with the Storm Prediction Center is a lot of people don't understand that there are different levels to the convective outlooks. Like it's not always just tornado. A lot of them, I want to say only about a quarter of the convective outlooks given out by the Storm Prediction Center are tornado driven.
More wind, I feel like.
Yeah, a lot of them are wind and hail driven. Or they're just like, hey, we've got a pretty strong these storms that we think are going to materialize, have a strong updraft. We could see 1-inch hail.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like the further east you get, it's more of a wind because storms mature into one or congeal into one line.
Yeah, especially during the fall and kind of this off season of. Yeah, you definitely do see them. Well, that's because a lot of them are being spurred on by like fronts.
Cold fronts, especially. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience? Totally, not really off topic, but just a little bit. I played this game a couple of days ago. Actually, I know Jay Lessick has made a couple posts on it.
Yep.
Have you ever played the game called Twisted on Roblox before?
I have not.
You have not.
Nope. I've never played Roblox.
You might want to check it out. I get Roblox. People think I was a little kid game, just kind of here and there. But Twisted, it's literally to use Storm Chase, and
Okay.
there's outlooks too. So there's moderate, there's let's say slight, and then there's high risk days, and like you can chase as everyone in the club, meteorological club, loves making a joke of massive wedge, and. But yeah, you can chase wedges. You can chase. There's multi-vortex. There's also like
Chase
ropes,
multi-vortex in real
pipes.
life.
Yeah, I actually paid to work for the National Weather Service in that game.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I'm not like Jackson. We're not dropping money in this game, but
It was like $5.
hey, I don't know. I can spend $5 a little better anywhere else. But I'm just saying. But you gotta check it out.
I go
though.
buy a
It's-
Hershey's bar at the dining
Exactly,
hall for
yeah.
$5.
I don't know. I think they're taxing a little too much at the dining hall sometimes. I think $6 for a candy bar is a little excessive, but
Yeah.
they gotta make their money, so I'm not gonna complain.
We fly, what can I say?
Right.
Yeah, you definitely should check that out, especially if you're into storm chasing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really fun, and you can buy like the Dom 3,
The Dow,
like
the
any of the
Tiv.
Tivs, the Dow 2, like all of them. You can buy any of. They're so cool.
I've seen the Dow in real life. We asked Dr. Call if that was in the budget.
He said,
we're like, hey, because since we were in Oklahoma City this past summer, we're like, we got to go to Norman. I mean, we're practically there.
Right.
And so we went out there. There's just like 3 or 4 radars in the middle of the field.
Oh, really?
We got onto the OU campus because that's where the National Weather Headquarters is.
oh yeah.
I think we need to get a Tiv 6.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a pretty cool experience to have.
We could run it off burner computers.
Yeah, we could probably pick apart a couple computers here and go ahead and build one.
Mm-hmm.
How much money did the Dow cost?
You know what?
Oh,
Let's take a look.
Yeah, we should. I
Because
want to
honestly,
guess on that. 'Cause
if it's not that, it's gonna be a lot.
All right.
what are our guesses? Let's take a guess
Yep.
on this.
I'm gonna guess 2.4 million.
2.4 mil. What about you,
I'm
buddy?
thinking like 3 mil.
3 mil. I'm probably thinking maybe 2.6
Million?
million.
Oh. Dude, if you're right, you looked it up.
I didn't look this up. All I know is I played it on Twister.
All right. The Dow 7.
Oh.
Wait, that's 7? Wait, it's not
It
Tow's.
said the Dow 7. Let's
Yeah,
see if I
not the
can't
tip.
find
We're talking-
something
wait.
here.
Wait, so this is like the newest one?
Yeah.
All right, everyone redo your guesses because with that inflation.
I personally, I don't think I've actually seen the Dow 7.
I think it's
I
the
don't know
same
what that looks
machine.
like.
I just think they upgraded it. No?
All right. See, this is the NSLs.
I'm going to go, I lied. I'm changing my guess to 5.3 million.
5.3 mil.
I'm gonna say like 8 million.
8 million. Wow. Okay.
How much are you saying?
We're going like that. We'll do 6.5 mil.
All right.
6.5 mil. Wow.
We're probably way off, but you know.
Well, here's the thing. With the maintenance and cost with it, it's probably got to be... I'm going 5.3, yeah.
Oh, Illinois University has a Doppler on wheels.
What?
Why don't we have one?
Yeah. What are we doing? Why are we not? We got to be better.
You know what? Write a budget proposal for a couple $1 million.
Yeah. Right.
We really-
like that's gonna go through.
Have you found the
We
exact
can't even
price
get
yet?
Diff
I have
EQ out of
not.
here. No way we're getting a. No way
Getting
we're
the money
a-
to get a Dow on wheels.
Yeah, we're not getting down wheels if we can't get a class dropped.
What class you trying to get dropped?
Differential equations.
If I have to take it, you have to take it.
No way.
Uh-huh.
I'll take Diff EQ.
I can't seem to find anything on
Let's look up the TIV. Let's see what the average price of the TIV 6 was.
All right.
does the TIV 6.
Yes.
Work began on the TIV in 2002 and took around 8 months to finish. A total cost of how much are you thinking?
What were our guesses? I honestly already forgot.
Wait, they said 2002.
Yeah.
So this is 22 years ago.
So we know the years.
Okay,
so
I'm
it's gonna
going
be a
like-
little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm going like 1.75 million.
1.5. I'll go 1.5.
I'll do 1 million exactly.
You guys have no concept of money.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm not really building
$81,000.
So
$81,000.
Really?
what? 81,000?
Yeah. Took 8 months to finish and cost around 80.
Wait, why can we not afford that?
Wait a minute. We can get a TIV 6 in here.
This is 2002.
Oh
Yeah, this
Wait,
was
so-
the original TIV.
Wait, if you look up the exact price of money and say how much is this worth now in 2024, how much would that be?
Okay.
I would say probably around $200,000.
Well, but what if our guesses might be close though because we're used to the money now?
$81,000.
Because obviously none of us here were born. Well, Tyler, you might have been born in 2002, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope, I was born in 2003.
Oh, just missed it.
5.8% per year. Let's take this. Start year. We want 2002. Okay. So $81,000 in 2002
I'm gonna keep my original guess still.
is approximately equal to $150,000.
Yeah, not even close. All right.
Yeah.
To be fair, why
Hey,
can't
to
we
be honest though,
afford
that almost doubles.
Yeah,
If that's the thing about it, a little bit of inflation, but like doubling within what
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
And also, you can see a lot has changed in 22 years
Well,
as well.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
found a
that is
source
true. A lot
that
has
says
changed.
I just found a source that says a Doppler on wheels Dow mobile weather radar system typically costs researchers purpose for several costs of several millions of dollars.
A Doppler?
Yeah.
Well, you got to think a Doppler.
But that's new, but that's with all new technology, so I can see it being several million dollars.
Interesting.
I think we should get call it the Cardinal bus.
Why can't we just stick like a satellite dish on a moving satellite dish on top of like
we
a
could
bus?
also we could get like a camper. We can sleep in there too. I mean, we can go all out for this. We can chase for days.
I think you guys are neglecting the fact that if you get out your phone real quick,
All right.
how many of you guys got Amazon?
I got Amazon. Yeah.
Here,
I do
But-
not have Amazon.
you don't have Amazon?
My phone's currently being used to record this.
Oh, that's right.
Amazon.
Of course.
All right.
Amazon.
All right.
You
You
can-
mean the store page and everything?
Yep.
All right.
Watch this.
Could we piece together a Doppler by?
You can buy a
Amazon.
Doppler radar on Amazon
Oh boy.
for $2,000.
No way.
Like
Like a good one, or is this like some cheesy?
no, for like ones for like marine
Oh,
use that cover like so. Yeah, you can buy a Doppler and put it on the top of your car.
I feel like that.
Guys, I think we know our
work.
next purchase. At one for Christmas, he's asked for at least a band. We need $1,000. We can all piece together a couple Dopplers. Then
Or what we could do is we could, donate money to the
Are you
club.
talking about the one that's $2,489?
I've got one. I've got a Simrad one that says it's $2,000. But look,
Oh yeah, Simrad.
I think we could build our own.
Do we think? Wait, what's the range on this thing?
I have no idea.
All right.
Here, while you find that, we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. If you're just joining us, I am here in the booth once again with. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I am Caleb Beer.
Blake Mattul.
And Jackson Sloan.
All right. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast once again. This afternoon we have that high of 57. But tonight we are going to see some clouds start to roll in, bringing us a decent chance of rain with a low of 48. Thursday, however, that chance of rain is going to stick around. We got about a 50% chance of rain. Tomorrow, a high of 56 is expected. Temperatures are expected to drop off to a low of 45, and that chance of rain is kind of hanging around about a 30% chance of rain into tomorrow night. This weekend, however, your highs are going to be in that mid to upper 50s, with those clouds starting to move out and lows stabilizing in that lower 40-degree range. So we were just talking about Dopplers on Amazon. What do we got, guys?
We got one that's $2,000, but it doesn't give you the range, but you can see velocity and reflectivity.
I mean, that's all we really need.
I don't know how you're
I
gonna.
feel like really you could just be down with velocity.
What? You might need some reflectivity though.
Nah. Yeah, you kind of need reflectivity.
What you need? Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if it has a correlation coefficient on it.
I mean, we are looking at boat radars.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be
might be.
I'd be stretching a little too far.
Hey, you never know. But I just don't know how you're gonna sell a product and not give me the range on it. Like that kind of seems like a
That's
scam.
fair
no?
point.
It did have a 4.9 review with 15 ratings though, so.
On probably boats.
But the question is, are you willing to drop $2,000 on it?
I mean, yeah, if we sign a petition, we could get Ball State to buy it for us.
We can get a grant.
Yeah,
Okay.
run their pockets.
It's not like, yeah. One Ball State day. When
Do we have a Starlink with the chase vehicles?
I have no idea.
That might be a good idea to get. That might be worth it for while you're chasing. You can can't you put that stuff on your car?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that modify their car. The one thing I've never understood about chasing is the people who put weather stations on their vehicle, because the ones that had like the anemometer. And,
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're driving, that means that you have to if you're looking for the wind speed,
You get to stop, right?
yeah, you have to stop, and then
Well, I think it's for more like Radar Omega stuff.
is it?
Because I think, yeah, Radar Omega tracks that stuff as you're driving.
Huh.
But I feel like if it's a wind thing, like, you're driving, wouldn't that, like, increase your wind speeds?
Right. Yeah.
There's got to be, like, something they have on top of their car that, like, covers it, I feel like. But that wouldn't still not make any sense because,
No.
yeah, I feel like temperatures wouldn't be correct.
Well, speaking of like radars, like you said, Radar Omega. If anyone's looking for like a good radar to have, and you're like interested in weather, I would definitely say Radar Scope.
Radar Scope is
and
good.
definitely Radar Omega.
Radar Omega is good.
I personally don't use Radar Omega, but Jax can definitely tell you a lot about it. I know he uses it, but with Radar Scope, I've had it not that long. Unfortunately, I haven't had that long, but I've had it so far, and it's pretty nice. Like I can actually understand what's going on, and I'm not saying it teaches you how to read radar or anything, but you can actually see it pretty in depth with it.
Yeah.
In every station as well. But, and
just-
Jackson can also tell us a lot about Omega for sure.
If you're looking for just a beginner radar, even like Weather Underground, that's a free one. That does a good one. You can get surface analysis and station plots.
Yeah, so the Radar Omega and also Radar Scope do cost money. It's not going to break your bank or anything. I think it's like, what, $10, $15 maybe?
Yep.
And then on Radar Scope, there's a Tier 1 and Tier 2.
Yep.
Tier 1 you pay for just one time. Tier 2 is a monthly subscription. I think it comes with like outlooks, I believe.
Yep.
But then Tier 1 allows you to see warnings, watches, special weather statements, I believe special weather statements. I'm not entirely sure on that one. And
Yeah.
just a couple other things.
Here's why I recommend Radar Omega. I feel like you get everything that you just said with your subscriptions in Radar Omega. Now, the one thing I will say is the first subscription in Radar Omega is pretty cool. I think that's cool. You can see like 3D models of the storms. I think that's really helpful for like seeing how high debris is being lofted, for example. That's like really important because that really shows like the strength of a tornado.
Yeah.
But yeah, and those cameras too. I think the camera system is really cool. Being able to see.
That was the one thing I definitely thought Omega was really cool is that you could see cameras from the stations. Speaking of a station, has anyone been to the one in Syracuse?
Mm-mm.
Can't say I have.
Oh wow, okay. I did a job shadow there my junior year of high school, and it was
Nice.
amazing. I loved it. But they have a weather tower there, and obviously, like it looks like a Space Needle almost, giant white ball up in the air. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
That's the radar.
yeah, huge radar in it. I was the only intern. They said today I'm the only intern to ever be able to go inside of it.
Oh, nice.
I got to climb that ladder, and it was amazing. It was really cool.
What did it look like?
Just literally a giant radar.
Was it like hollow? You said you went inside?
Yeah, I went inside.
Was it like hollow on the inside?
Yeah, it's all hollow on the inside, and it's just one giant radar that just spins. That's all it is.
I guess that thing is meant to keep it protected, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
But kind of like a little bit of a scary fact. If you're in there, like when it's turned on, there's enough radiation going through it, it would like literally cook your insides.
100%.
Nice.
But I told him that, and I was like, he said that as we're going up, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go in there anymore. I'll watch from down here. You got it. You got it, boss.
You go up, and then if you come down, then I'll go up.
If
in
you
there.
come down, let's get that if in there. If you come down, I might go up.
Do you think a hazmat would protect you from that or no?
Absolutely not. There's so much radiation in that radar. So that
That's probably why they have the cover on it too.
Oh, yeah.
exactly. He's keeping it inside that little ball.
That's there. It's not that there for the radiation. It's actually there for protection against
Yeah.
hydrometeors, and radars are actually very sensitive
Oh,
to
yeah.
things because it's basically what they do. And you'll learn more about this later when you take satellite radar and forecasting, METC 450. Love that class. It was one of my favorite
Who
classes.
teaches it?
Huh?
Who teaches it?
Dr. Call. So, you'll get into like how radars work, how to use like different tilts, what they mean, how they actually work, and like how they get different layers, how they generate, and how like you can do 3D analysis with with radars.
Wow.
So we're gonna have to start wrapping some things up. Got any last closing thoughts before we?
There was like one quick question. I know you talked about this during the symposium, which I think you did absolutely amazing on, by the way. You talked about lightning
Yes.
in the weather symposium here in Muncie. What got you so into lightning? Why lightning?
Lightning. My dad is an electrician, and so he always had so many questions for me, and I could never answer them. And so since I haven't been taught lightning yet, I was like, oh, well, let's look into it. Let's do some more research, see if I can't answer some of his questions. And I kind of got into it, and hopefully in the near future, I want to be able to develop some sort of index for lightning forecasting.
Wow.
Like being able to look at things like updraft, echo tops, moisture content, and stuff like that, to where we can start saying, okay, this storm that's moving is going to be highly electrified.
Yeah, that's the one
stuff.
thing I hate. I hate how chance lightning creeps me out. Never know when it could strike you or your vehicle.
Right. And so that's what we are trying to, so that way we can put out, so that way things like outlooks, kind of like how we have convective outlooks, that can all get put out for like lightning now and stuff. So that's what I'm hoping to do. A lot of people are focusing on stuff like that, but I'd like to be like, hey, this area, this is what's this is where it's going to impact. And that way, I grew up, I don't know if you guys grew up playing sports.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Baseball, golf, stuff like that is tennis. And that way, if you got like outdoor sports facilities, like, hey, be aware, this is a chance.
I believe there's apps for that. No. I remember like it's really weird, but I remember like I was really young in daycare. The person that we went outside, she had this like app on her phone to be like, hey, there's lightning strikes, like lightning struck 2 miles away from you.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, everyone's gotta go back inside.
So there is apps that tell you when it strikes,
That's
but
more
not
like nowcasting.
before.
Yeah, that's more not
Oh.
nowcasting. Like I want to do more forecast, like lightning
Oh, like
forecasting.
predicting when it's hitting or where.
Yeah, just like, hey, this storm's coming in. It's going to be highly electrified. Expect lightning, frequent lightning.
Wow, that's actually really impressive. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 people die a year to lightning, so trying to get that number lower. But
Florida and the Sahara are actually the two highest areas that are struck by lightning.
yeah,
Really?
like, you notice when you go on vacation in Florida, if you've ever been there, like
It's
sometimes at night you'll just start seeing like random storms will pop up and just mad lightning. 'Cause I think it's because of the moisture down there.
oh yeah.
That's what.
Yep.
It's the killer.
Wow.
All right. Well, I want to thank all my listeners for joining us once again here on our Wednesday weather and traffic. Thank you to our guests. I hope
Thank you.
it was quite
Thank you.
quite a fun
No
time. I
problem.
always enjoy having guests on, especially freshmen that come on. Tune in next week again at 3:00